Hey guys, Steve Bates at KPMG with another special edition of CIO Real Insights. Depending upon how long the COVID-19 situation lasts, it's likely that even organizations with strong balance sheets will face significant financial constraints. During these times, CIOs tend to receive tremendous pressure to cut costs across the board, oftentimes coming at a significant price to the business in the long term. In today's video, we're going to explore some levers on how to optimize cost-cutting initiatives while at the same time thinking through opportunities to simplify, restructure, and bolster your IT operating model so you can position yourself for the long haul. Over the past several months, many IT organizations saw CapEx and OpEx actually grow beyond their budget in the scramble to support remote working, scale cloud, and deploy productivity and collaboration tools. However, as we move forward through resiliency and into recovery, technology executives can be expected to ask to identify areas of savings. Most CIOs have a playbook on how to execute short-term cost management measures. These include discretionary items like suspending travel, entertainment, and training, extending non-critical IT refresh cycles, redeploying work to internal resources versus external contractors where possible, managing demand by suspending non-strategic projects and services, and adjusting service levels where appropriate. These steps can help impact immediate cash flow requirements, but there is an opportunity to apply another lens to look at the entirety of the IT function and determine if it is both cost-effective and prepared to support the new reality. The COVID-19 situation has made most IT organizations painfully aware of the fact that their traditional core has failed them and that they can no longer rely upon the same service delivery model. Let's walk through two different strategies that have both a significant impact on cost as well as position your company for the future. Lever number one, redesigning the core. In our video on modern infrastructure, we discussed how the world will be even more digitally connected going forward. While not all changes stemming from remote working and living will be permanent, most businesses will see a material change in how they interact with their employees, customers, and broader constituents going forward. To that end, the dependence on integrated cloud-native applications and modern infrastructure components is going to require a refreshed and streamlined digital backbone and application portfolio. Question: can you balance cost constraints and the investment required with making your current state, service delivery model, and architectural runway future-ready? On the infrastructure side, many companies have already moved to hybrid multi-cloud environments, but on average are paying over 30% more on infrastructure resources than are needed to meet current business objectives. There's a real opportunity here to optimize the environment for the future as well as reduce cost by upgrading your out-of-date virtual machines, shutting down and right-sizing unused or underutilized compute instances, moving from more expensive VMs to containers, and recapturing missed volume and commitment discounts, and switching to the optimal pricing model for your cloud workloads. For most companies, tackling enterprise application rationalization is like boiling the ocean. The average enterprise has nearly 1,000 applications, many duplicative, underutilized, with costly legacy builds that are not relevant to the current business needs and the future model. The burden of such technical debt is a real and persistent challenge when trying to reduce costs and expand capability by taking advantage of more current solutions. Instead of trying to pay off the entire estate, a more practical approach is to take a business-first view of a particular service or an end-to-end value chain. The first step is critical. Quickly get transparency by modeling the drivers of cost across the stack, understanding user consumption, app performance, and mapping data connectivity between associated application portfolios. By getting a sense of both the total cost and alignment of the portfolio against both current and future objectives, it becomes easier to determine what specific levers to pull across the value chain, be it reclaiming unused licenses, deduplicating functionality, switching from a fixed to a variable cost model, re-architecting a monolithic system into microservices, or replatforming to a more cost-effective off-the-shelf or open-source solution. If you're interested on using a data-centric approach on either infrastructure or application optimization, take a look at the resources on this page. Lever 2, redefining the service delivery model. With most companies utilizing global delivery models, outsourcing and offshoring models, many companies are reassessing their IT service delivery model, testing their assumptions on rate arbitrage and location strategy, and reviewing their contracts for a more resilient future. There are many hypotheses within your service delivery model to evaluate. In the near term, let's take a look at a few priority areas. Number 1, location strategy. Should you consolidate disparate or heavily impact operational locations? Have you found remote working for certain functions to be as or more effective? Were you operating out of a secure or approved facilities that are no longer accessible? Model the implications of a distributed or regional model on G&A costs like real estate, your business continuity requirements across centers, security and contractual issues, and a baseline of required modern infrastructure going forward. Number 2, outsourcing agreements. Can your offshore or remote providers deliver on their contractual obligations? Have you seen a significant drop in productivity or signs of lost expertise from your providers? Is there an opportunity to renegotiate or change service levels in exchange for price concessions or payment terms? Make sure you review your contracts to understand force majeure clauses, volume or underage provisions, and seek to move to a variable or consumption-based model from fixed capacity agreements. Number 3, resource productivity. Have you reviewed what work types and functions can be immediately removed from the system, augmented or automated to drive down cost and increase speed in the future? Targets like customer contact center, testing and Q&A, provisioning, build and code promotion, event management, and monitoring should all be reviewed. Have you deployed the tooling but still see barriers to efficiency gains? AI-enabled bots and machine learning need to be trained by experts and depend upon continuously improved data to deliver results at scale. Engaging experienced bot managers, data architects, and user experience designers is important to recognize the promised gains. Again, the goal is to help the organization preserve cash and avoid new costs while taking steps to emerge into a more healthy and competitive position. Reducing spend and running lean is going to be a reality. However, as we discussed in our video on preserving your digital transformation programs, resist the temptation to cut the most strategic technology enablers. Depending on your industry, those investments are critical to helping you reset, rebuild, or reinvent your company. We've got a lot more short videos and resources for you on our COVID-19 CIO Real Insights page, plus one more video in this series coming your way on adopting your IT operating model to the new reality. Remember, if any time you need help, just click the link below and get connected to an expert for more advice and support on your particular situation. Until next time, thanks for watching and stay healthy.